So we're gonna go to Target. Well, actually, we're kind of at Target. Oh my gosh, my hair. And we're gonna pick up Speak Now, Taylor's version. Did we completely dress up for this? Yes. Do I feel bad about it? No, because this is awesome. I'm just saying. Anyway, yeah. This is Sprout, finally. Anyway, so now we need to go get Speak Now. Yay! Yay! That was easier than expected. So, like I said, we got Speak Now. It's officially in the car. I did have to take my dad's car because the orange car was making fun of noises. So I did take my dad's car. Sprout finally listened to You're Losing Me, and she lost her mind, as she should, because I have that on CD. And then we called Kangaroo, who moved to Switzerland. But anyway, that's it. So, yeah, we still have to go, like, get food and dance for Jacob. Anyway, that's it. Bye. Alright, welcome. So, my mom just went to pick my brother up from camp, and we were redoing his bedroom, but we got him some of these lights to hang up, and we just never did that. So, that's what I'm doing right now. And if you're asking, why did you unroll it when it was in perfectly good roll thingy? Because the instructions said so, okay? And I'm gonna follow them because I don't want to burn the damn house down, you know? And now you're asking, why are you re-rolling them? Because it's gonna be a hell of a lot easier to just smack them up on the wall than it will be to try to fight them, you know? So that's what we're doing. And if you have a problem with the way I'm doing this, go get your own lights and hang them up in your own brother's room, okay? Okay. So that's how it's going today. But, you know, I don't even know what I'm doing with filming whatever video this is, because this is my third time attempting to vlog, so. And I don't know what's up with my phone, because if you guys didn't know, I do film, like, all my videos on my phone because it's easy, and I can afford a camera because I am in high school. And so, my phone's been acting weird since the Taylor concert, when it's been, like, randomly freezing on longer videos that I've been making. So if you are confused, so am I. So am I. So anyway, I'm gonna go get my computer and listen to Speak Now, Taylor's version, because I want to film this. And you're gonna watch it because you clicked on this video, you know? So, just kind of trying to figure out what I'm going to do here. I don't know if you can hear Taylor, but it's better than Revenge Taylor's version. But, so, I really want to go on a book date, but both my parents have both of the cars. So, you can put my hand there, that's not good. But both of my parents have both the cars, so I'd have to bike, which isn't a big deal. Like, it's a very bikeable city. Thing is, do I want to bike? I mean, I could also walk. It's not like there's a big view right around the corner. Oh my gosh, what is with my phone? But, the thing is, do I want to leave? I really should do laundry though, so might toss a load in first. Can I tell you guys a story that happened like last week while I make my brother's bed? I mean, you're here, you don't have a choice. I mean, I guess you could fast forward or just like leave, but please. Anyway, so I was working at the zoo. Well, not really working because I don't get paid. It was a volunteer job down at the zoo. I think I've mentioned this before. But anyway, I was working this shift and there was a guy there. Didn't really think much of it. But, you know, we started talking because, I mean, that's what you do. You are on shift for an hour, and in between people and explaining rules and why you need to only touch a surgeon with 2 fingers and just don't splash into not splashing the water, in between all that, you talk. And so we were just talking, or so I thought, and we were talking about traveling, like road construction and traveling to and from the zoo. And I made the comment of, oh, I don't even go to school in Ohio. I was like, oh, where do you go to school? It's like, oh, a bit in Michigan. Thinking that he wouldn't know what it meant because no one knows where my school is. Only for him to go, no way, I know someone who goes there. I was like, oh, what's her name? Because I go to an all-girls Catholic school. I was like, oh, I don't know. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot. Oh, I should know her name because she's my ex. It's like, oh, like what grade is she in? It's like, oh yeah, she's a sophomore. It's like, oh, I'm sorry because that, if you don't know, the sophomores in my school are difficult to deal with. We'll say that way. Put it that way. Freya, you are going to need to move at some point. I just want you to know that. But anyway. So I was just talking to this guy. We were talking about, like, school and classes we were taking, and he was telling me about track because he apparently runs track. And I'm like, oh, good for you. I don't play sports. I do drama. So then he goes on and tells me, oh yeah, I woke up at 3:30 this morning. And I'm like, dude, how is that even possible? It's like, yeah, normally I wake up at like 5 o'clock, and then I go for a run, and I run to the gym, and then I'll lift weights, and then if I'm not too tired, I'll just run home. And me, because I don't have contact with like guys for the majority of the year, I only really talk to guys for like 2 months a year because I go to an all-girls school and I have no intention of trying to like put myself in a situation where I would be like talking to boys. It's not that I don't like boys. It's just that when you go to an all-girls school, a lot of the times when you are doing that, it's because you're actively trying to get a boyfriend, and I do not want a boyfriend. If a guy comes, he comes. If he doesn't, oh well. Anyway, so he's talking to me about his like workout routine, and I'm not talking to him like I would talk to like any girl. Be like, dude, and I'm like, dude, it takes me half an hour to convince myself it's a good idea to get out of bed in the morning. Which is true. And so I'm legit just talking to him like any other, like I would any girl, and then he just like keeps talking about his workout routine, and I'm still baffled that he is willing to wake up before the sun comes up, like for fun. I could never. Like, I wake up at 6 in the morning to go to school, and it's awful. This is difficult. Freya, you're gonna need to move, boo. Anyway. So then he is like, oh, I have a YouTube channel. And I'm like, oh, that's cool, because I don't want to talk about my business. And so he pulls out, and he had like a certain amount of subscribers. It was definitely more than me. I will say that. But I genuinely don't remember the exact number. So then it was not like a small number, if you know what. Anyway, so that was the point when I realized for the past 40 minutes this guy had been flirting with me. Like, and in that moment well, no, that wasn't when I found out he was flirting with me. That was the moment where I was like, oh, this guy is really freaking annoying. And this constant need to brag is irritating. So guys, if you're watching this, take note. You're showing off about your workout routine and how you wake up before the sun rises is not attractive. It's just obnoxious. So then, at this point, I was like, oh my gosh, the entire time he was right. And I was already getting pretty annoyed with him talking about his workout routine. It's like, I don't care, just shut up already. But that's how I am with most people, so it wasn't uncommon. So at this point, I was so annoyed with him. And in my head, I was like, don't say it, don't say it, don't say it. But then so bluntly, like no emotion, I go, I'm a published author. No emotion behind it. It's like so blunt. I think he figured out that I wasn't flirting back, or at least not intentionally flirting back at that point, because he kind of backed off a little bit more. But it was so strange, and I can't believe I couldn't figure out that he was flirting with me. But then again, it's like, when do I have contact with guys? 2 months a year. I don't know how to recognize when people are flirting with me. So it's like, so that's happened. And in hindsight, it's like he was purposefully moving closer to me. He was purposefully standing closer to me. In hindsight, I should have probably figured it out before then, but yeah. That's yeah. So then, of course, the next day was Speak Now Day. And we meaning me and Sprout, called Kangaroo. And I told her the story, and she was like, yeah, Brenda's a girl where a guy could literally tell her you're hot, and she'd be like, it is awfully warm out here, isn't it? And I'm like, yeah. Well, if someone ever proposes to me, they're gonna be down on one knee and be like, what are you doing? Why are you down there? Just stand up, man. Are you tying your shoe? Are you okay? Should we go to the ER? I'm not gonna get it. Yeah, so that's my story. Yeah. And just for the record, okay, if you don't know this, I have an obsession with CSI. And my favorite character will always be Nick Stokes. He is the best man I have ever seen in my life. And he's fiction, so, But anyway, on the Nick Stokes scale, you have to be either a 7 or above, or I'm not even gonna consider dating you. And this guy was only a 4, so I'm just throwing that out there. I don't know why I needed to tell you about my love life or lack thereof, and my cluelessness to someone who is trying to initiate courting behaviors. But now you know. So for all of those other girls who can't figure out when a guy's flirting with her, We're in the same boat. Yeah. So anyway, Jack, if you're watching this, his name was Jack. No chance. Just for the record, he doesn't know my last name. I don't think he even knows my first name. He doesn't even know his ex's name. So I'm just throwing that out there. Anyway, that's it. Ugh. Okay. Let's move on.